Hello. What's good, everybody? It is Thursday night, and it is time to get into a brand new one. Today, we're getting into all things Secret Invasion. And you already know the crew coming down this road with me. What's up, Fandom D Scroll? How we doing tonight?
Yo, I trust no one.
How can you? How can you? You be taking faces, be trading off, trying to trick and be somebody else you know you ain't. How can we trust anybody? What's up, Deputy Director Maria AK?
Hey. It is a sad day for the remnants of S.H.I.E.L.D. that are left. It is a very sad day, but we're going to talk about it.
Oh, man, Maria Hill, R.I.P. Oh, one of my faves. How are they going to do you like that? How are they going to do you like that? Oh, and that was just brutal. Just left on the concrete to bleed out like that. No love, no nothing. Just, Oh, let's get into it. Secret Invasion, Season 1, Episode 1. This one's called The Resurrection. And we opened up with Beric Dondarrion playing Prescott, telling Bilbo Baggins that he's figured out that the world has been infiltrated by Skrulls. What do you even do with that info? I mean, are you freaking out right out the gate, AK?
If I am in Bilbo's shoes, not at all. Because I already know about them. Now, the question is, how much do we want to let our Lord of Light actually know about them? Because he's I think he's been in this dark room a little too long. He's got that like weird twitching going on. And I don't know. I was expecting like a whole draw board of strings and conspiracy things on there to break down because he didn't look too good.
No, absolutely. I think that's why he got away with it as long as he did, because everybody just kind of played him off as that crazy guy in the closet. But once they figured out,
everybody has that clearance.
Once he came in and said, I actually have proof that this is going down, that's when I'm like, all right, you're no longer just something we can brush off. We got to take you out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was brutal. What do you do if everybody tells you that half the people you might know is a Skrull, Phantom?
I would say lock myself in a room and just wait it out.
I mean, how do you trust anybody? How do you do
you can't wait it out.
You got to do something. You got to do something. Need food and water, and I don't know, protect your
join the cause, man.
Exactly. Something.
Matter of fact, go back to Wakanda.
Honestly, that is the only good
went
place.
On vacation for a second. Like, nah, hey, Shuri, right. Can we converse, my queen?
I'm gonna holler at you for a minute and move in and be there for a while.
Like, I'm not as smart as you, but I can learn. Give me the books.
Right. Beric wants to get the message to Fury, but Bilbo says that he needs to see proof before bothering him. And once he is shown, he agrees to take the information to Fury. But somehow that alerted Prescott, like that, who wasn't who he thought it was. Like that was a Skrull and attacked him. Like, how did he even know that wasn't Ross, Phantom?
I was saying the same thing, but as he was like deep into the whole conspiracy thing, it's like he has to know at one point, like, hold up, you're a Skrull.
Yeah, it was just crazy. And I guess, like, yeah, I don't know. They said that some people can figure it out as long as that's why some of those Skrulls have to stay in the human form longer, so it's harder for people to detect. But I just wonder how do you know it? Like, without
unless he knew like this whole time and he was just doing that just to lure a Skrull in there.
I wouldn't have, if I was just trying to lure him there to kill him, I wouldn't have talked for that long.
But not to kill him.
And I definitely wouldn't have told him everything I knew.
Probably to interrogate him, if anything.
I think he might have been testing him. Something about like that, the only person I trust is you. Like maybe earlier, the old boy had said, you can't trust anybody, not even me. And then he said something like that. And I was like, oh, yeah, trust me. Give me the info. I'll take it.
Didn't he say something like, okay, yeah, trust me. Let me take this to Fury.
So I think
Bilbo highly likely would never said that.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think that might have been what clicked him off, and then he just attacked on that Skrull. And my man was holding it down. We already know Skrulls are super strong. My man was holding, like, he's not a young man. He's not in shape, but he was doing it. Like, it took a gun to get him off. He was going for broke. I got to give him that.
Valor provides.
Right. For the light.
When you have the light of our Lord and Savior, Valor, you can do everything.
I'm telling you, my man was using it to pull back. He was holding it down. Oh, but yeah, that was crazy. He was holding it. But eventually he gets shot, and the man takes the proof and calls Maria Hill for a pickup. And little did she know that this was a Skrull on a mission to take her out as well. But lucky for her, Talos was trailing him and took him out before he could get to her. Then we get the opening credits, And like with that promo and like with all the promo posters, like showing little hints of Fury being green underneath and the scratched out, do we think that the real Fury was coming back, AK, or is this going to be Skrull Fury?
No, absolutely thought that was going to be the real Fury.
You thought that was real Fury? How about you, fandom? What do you think? Did you have any second thoughts?
Real Fury. When I went to use the bathroom, I'm like, wait a minute, maybe this is a Skrull Fury. And then I'm like, nah, this can't be a Skrull. Like every so often, I'm keep on thinking, like, is this our Fury or not? I still think it's ours. Even with the limping stuff, I still think that it's ours. You're just like playing it off for people.
Right, but that's what I was like. When he first came off that ship, he was walking just fine. But then once the headlights came in and he knew Maria Hill had him in sights, all of a sudden he all limping and the leg starts acting up and he's like feeling it. I was like, wait a minute. Like, is that just now, like he's just now feeling like gravity kicking and it's kicking in hard? Or I don't know. That seemed a little off.
That's actually highly possible.
Yeah.
My man's has been up in space for what, a good 2-3 years in the timeline now?
Yeah, ever since.
So that's highly possible.
Yeah, pretty much the blimp, which was like 5 years, and then how many movies and TV shows have transpired by then?
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, I agree with that because that would be pointless. And then that a lot of people are going to end up being Skrulls if they go the routes I think they will. But to start off with this and Fury is not Fury, that wouldn't work.
Yeah, because I think the whole point of this is to not have superheroes in it and to kind of have the humans kind of fight for, have the humans take over the fight and being for it. So if Fury's not even Fury and he's not human Fury, kind of holding it down and like showing the humans can fight too, then what is kind of the whole point?
What's the point, right?
But that's why I think Rhodes ain't Rhodes. That's the Skrull, damn it.
Oh, I called that last. we were talking about that Tuesday. I was saying
I'm still on the fence about that one. 100%. Still on the fence about Rhodey. He did though seem a little too wishy-washy in that conversation,
and a little too walking too well. Like never had any problems.
Yeah,
was jogging up them stairs with the president. Like he never had no problems. I was like, come on, how is that not a Skrull?
And also Rhodey is nobody's yes man. For as much as they try to control him, this Rhodey seemed a little too agreeable on trying to lock people down on stuff. I am side-eyeing.
Yeah, we might even get a Hawkeye just because he is one of the human superheroes. Like I think
they're eventually going to need him. It's going to be another Infinity War Endgame. All hands will need to be on deck.
Right, but if they're going to keep the superpowers out of this series specifically, at least at the beginning of it, then yeah, you got to bring in somebody like a Hawkeye who's special abilities but just no superpowers. I agree 100% with you. Also, when he saw Talos, like they touched foreheads like in a Krull way. Like, I mean, are these like all the hints that they're trying to show with Nick Fury? The way his leg just suddenly started acting up, the way he kind of touched head, like that's what Skrulls do when they see each other. They touch foreheads like that. That's what Nick. Now, was Nick doing that just to be nice because he was sorry for him or happy to see his friend, or did he do it because this is Skrull Fury? I don't know.
I think all of the above.
Go ahead. What's up, fandom? You don't think so?
No, that ain't the Skrull Fury. Again, they knew each other for like 30 years. Like, they Gucci, man. It's like the head nod.
Right, and he knows that Talos is still grieving his wife at that point.
Nick asked Talos about Grevik, and Talos says, hold up, let's talk about you first. I don't know, that was a little sus. Like, hey, you called me. What do you mean, like, let's wait to talk about the main thing we need to talk about? Like, I get it. We want to catch up, but that was just a little suspect to me. Did that throw either one of you off?
No, because I think that was on point. There's been some shit going down that has some shit going down outside of this. Fury, there's a few things that you were supposed to have been done by now. Those things are not done. Hence why we even had to call you to be in this situation. So what's up, bruh? Explain yourself.
Like,
I'm with him.
Where you been? Oh, faith in both of them, but are they Skrulls? I think they could be. They could be. Talos said he got kicked off the council, but never said why. Like, are we going to find out that Nick was gone too long and that his old ally has actually now turned against him? And maybe Talos isn't the good guy on the side?
I've been thinking, and that would have been a good twist. But when he mentioned about his wife dying, I'm like, his wife died. because
Mhm.
from the enemy from the opposite
Yeah,
side. So
yeah,
I don't
because she
think
asked, and
so.
he said, yeah, he said, oh, how did she die? Oh, ask the people that you work for. So yeah, I don't see him crossing that line at all.
Unless
It would
Gravik
have to be
like
something very extreme to make him do that.
Or unless he was lying and his wife dying's what sent him over the edge, like the wife being homesick, or if the wife would have found, a place where she could have been herself or whatever, and Nick just took too long to find it. So now he blames Fury for having him stuck here too long, and that's the reason he lost his wife.
only thing I see is Gravik possibly like capturing Talos and then did like a switch with him, with one of his people, just to play it. Like, oh, I have like my own people like literally right in front of you, Nick Fury, this whole time.
Hmm.
But that's the only thing I would see. But like Talos himself, like nah.
It's over a problem. I don't owe you a planet. I'm grateful. Fury did say, like, I'll go and I'm not coming back till I get you one. Like, he was supposed to do it, and then he kind of got sidetracked up there.
Yeah, who are you saying is ungrateful there, Jake? The Skrulls? How are they ungrateful? Fury has not held up his end of the deal. Meanwhile, we've seen since like what the mid '90s when they got there that they've been putting in their part, helping with all the forming of Sword, helping with all of the upgraded tech, helping with all of this stuff in the spy network since there's no more Shield anymore,
and holding it down, acting like.
What you mean ungrateful? All of that specifically to pay back the help that they are getting to find them a new safe homeworld. They still don't have a safe homeworld. How are they ungrateful?
Not one step closer to one. But Talos said he got, I don't know. I think he might, the fact that he got kicked off the council, like, they kind of played it like it was because he's still on Fury's side and Fury's taking too long, but I don't think so. I think something, maybe his wife, maybe losing his wife set him off on something, or maybe he's just tired of it, or maybe Gravik got to him and said, Fury's lying to you. This is BS we need to do for ourselves. Like, I don't know, but I think we might find out that Talos and Gravik have actually teamed up and they're actually together on this. Like Fury said he's going to do it, but he's not doing it. We need to do for ourselves, so let's go.
See, but there is also still a small section of Skrulls that are still working with Sword. Not everyone is with Gravik. So the way they played that conversation with him and his daughter, that seemed a little too, father-daughter, and that rebellious daughter is mad at. I don't think he's playing both sides. He's a like secret double agent or anything. I don't see. Could be possible. We'll see, but I'm not putting stock in that just yet.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. It's coming up, but yeah, I'll let you know because I definitely think that there's something fishy going on there. That is just crazy.
Why they can't find one, Jake? Because has he looked? There's plenty of planets out there, and they have the tech to be able to build.
I think they've been doing it. Why can't they find one? You can't pick up life support.
They can hop. We can hop to different galaxies now.
Yeah. He says, "Why can they find one exactly?" Because Mrs. Marvel's like faster.
Exactly.
Yeah, just about to say that.
I'm saying look at how the Guardians and the Reavers travel. We can universe hop, galaxy hop quite easily, especially with that ship that Captain Marvel made.
But still haven't been able to find one. So yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Have they even been looking? Because that just sounds real off to me.
Yeah, I think they have been looking and just haven't been able to find a place that would be inhabitable for them or something. But yeah, I don't know.
Perfect place, really, because it seemed convenient that Talos' wife has been carrying that one seed from their home planet and only now sprouts here on Earth.
Right, showing that maybe this is it. Like this is the place we're supposed to be. This is home. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. The council as a whole may still be hoping like Nick will keep his word and like help them kind of find another suitable planet. So maybe the council actually still is on Nick's side, and they just kind of twisted that, making it seem like he's on Nick's side, but it's actually the opposite. The council
should have been
keep his word, and it's actually him who's had enough.
Curious how much Skrulls are there in general, like the entire.
There's a lot more. There's a lot more than we've seen.
Yeah, because they already said
they've been here for a while.
In that place, that it was like what they said they had like 500 strong, but
over 500, yeah.
How many more?
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
in general, like, is
That's
it enough?
500
Like,
just there. Now they got the rest all over the world. I'm sure
Mhm.
there's thousands.
Right. So Talos, I think, was kicked off because he was probably the strongest voice trying to keep, like they said, it's the younger, angrier scrolls that Gravik is able to pull into the cause. And because of Talos' station, I think that's why he had to be removed.
Well,
Not
yeah,
to
'cause they
plan
say
with
Gravik
Fury.
is
He
like,
already had an in with Fury.
yeah, Gravik.
But Gravik's voice was drowned out by Talos, so it
Gravik
makes
is
sense
the newest,
for that to do.
Gravik is the newest seat on the table, and he said
Yeah.
he's really good at grabbing all the young angry youth and kids.
He's charismatic. Yeah, I think, that's how these cult things form.
The ultimate cult leader, yeah. So he's good at grabbing them in. He's doing just that. Maria said it was Gravik that was preying on the young and angry Skrulls, but I don't know. Maybe not. Like, maybe it was like the rest of the council. I mean, it's Gravik. Like I said, Gravik's the one trying to out here do it. So maybe the rest of the council still is on Fury, and just Gravik's going against the council, or is he like swaying the council as well?
That's what I think it is. I think Gravik is going against the council. That's why they got that base with where all of his people are at. And the rest, I think, are still up on Sword.
Or maybe he is swaying the council, and that's why Talos got kicked off, because he was still a good voice for Fury. He actually is on Fury's side, and Gravik's starting to be like, no, this guy hasn't done anything for us. So he's turning the whole council against him. That's kind of the way they're playing it, but I think it might be worse than that. So we'll see how that plays out.
I hope it's not as simple as just he switched sides.
I do. Like I'm saying, how do we know that Talos hasn't gone rogue and partnered with Gravik? Like, I just think that might be the twist that they try to take it. That would be kind of sick, but I think it might go that way. Side note, Talos said that he is good looking among his kind, and Fury's like, I've seen good looking Skrulls, and you are not it. Has Fury totally smashed with a Skrull, AK?
You fucking I'm talking. This is Shaft. This is Space Spy Shaft. You know damn well he been smacking all them green cheeks. Every last one of them. No doubt in my mind.
Oh shit! What's up? You in agreement, fandom? Is he up there smashing the green?
Of course.
Right, he got the full ass freaking hollow deck out there. Come on, man.
Oh my god. I mean, I guess in the comments, him and Valentina were smashing, and then he ended up finding out, like, he saw her go out and meet somebody out in an alleyway or whatever, so he figured that out, ended up shooting her.
Wait, who?
Valentina. What's her face? Elaine.
Bilbo's ex-wife?
Yeah.
She was smashing Fury?
In the comics, I guess that they were smashing.
I forgot about that part.
Yeah,
it makes sense. She moved like that.
So yeah, she went out, had some kind of contact with somebody in an alley, came back in. He's like all suspect, figured it out, shot her, and she ended up turning into a Skrull. So
that is hilarious.
Like, that is canon that he has been smashing Skrulls. He didn't know it, but he has been. So yeah, I don't know. The way he was talking like that.
There's two people, and I know we're getting one that have that same mentality, like, because they can't tell unless they see the blood most times. So there's a time some fluffery was happening, and Natasha just pulled out her gun and shot. It's like, oh look, yeah, his blood's red. He's good. So she didn't shoot the kill, but that was like the only option. Like, okay, so look, just start shooting. If you see green, go for the head. And Frank Castle, of course, the Punisher, is the only one that agreed with that strategy.
He's like, yeah, that sounds good to me. Let's shoot.
It was like, oh yeah, she on one. Let's go.
Oh man! Right when I said it, he's like, I've seen good-looking Skrulls. I was like, this man is absolutely up there smashing Skrulls.
You know damn well, Shaft.
That's why he hadn't come home. He's like, he's all up on the news.
Right. He's like, wait a minute, man. Do I gotta go back like now? You sure we can't wait a couple months?
Oh man, get it, Fury. I ain't mad at you. I am not mad at you.
Mm-hmm. Damn right.
Maria tells Fury that a weapons cache was hit the same night that Prescott was killed, and Talos tells him that what was taken is enough to wipe out the entire human race. Like, shit just got serious. Like, that news even made Fury jump out his chair. Like,
right. You don't see Fury looking shook.
Ever.
Like, at all. And that shit, he looked like, what the?
That was a natural reaction. He was like, somebody slapped him in the face. Like, what?
Like, excuse me, say that again?
I mean, that's some real shit. He already knows what he's dealing with. I've been up in space and doing all this stuff, and now right here on his home planet, somebody's got enough of a weapon to be able to take out all of mankind. That ain't nothing nice.
Not even having the weapons, but they have the balls and the gumption to use that weapon.
Yeah, insane.
No holds barred.
Since Skrulls aren't affected by radiation, are they just going to try to make like the USA and Russia like nuke each other into oblivion? Then the Skrulls can take over the Earth fandom? You think that might be the plan, or what do you think it is?
That could very well be it. Just try to redo the Cold War, but hopefully make it work. Right now, I'm just thinking of X-Men. What was it? First Class? Yeah, there we go.
What part of it?
Oh, when they were trying to fight each other?
That was like pretty much like the Cold War there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're right. Yeah, the first one. Mm-hmm.
Right. We see Rhodey is working in the new administration close to the president, so I'm pretty positive that he is definitely a Skrull. Like, he's climbing those stairs just a little too briskly. Like, he was just up in it, and that's just exactly where a Skrull would want to be, like high up in the administration, knowing what they were going to do. So
I see him killing the president because they're supposed to have Ross as the president soon. So
we
got just may end up dying in this series, maybe.
Oh, for sure, he's going to get taken out. Absolutely, that's how they're going to bring in Harrison Ford as the new president. He's probably like him, obviously the vice president right now, or somebody in the administration, and then the top tier of the administration will get taken out. And he'll have to take over.
Can I ask a slightly off-topic question, opinion from you guys? With what we know, how this is going right now, and with what we know is coming up, and how everything's going to be woven together, who do you guys think is going into the old Avengers building? Who bought it? Because I've heard guesses and pretty good reasons for all of the guesses. I've heard Fantastic Four, Reed Richards with the Future Foundation. I've heard Kang. I've heard damn it, what's his name? The freaking guy. They called him like the only white dude in the comics that had waves. Oh damn it, Osborn.
Oh, I was about to say that. Yeah.
Stephen Osborn?
Yeah. He's a possibility of Oscorp is going to move in there, or Roxanne, which was a lot bigger in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Cloak and Dagger. But
one multiverse, I'm pretty sure it's going to be Kang. Because I mean, I think they showed that.
They're one of his personas does have his own company like that. Yeah. It's shaped up a lot like what the old building looks like.
If that's a new direction they're going into, and Kang is the new big baddie, and I mean, Kang can pretty much switch anything and do anything. He's going to have all the money. I mean, yeah, I would definitely say Kang would be the new one to take it over.
Him? You think Hank Pym bought it? Doesn't he? He has his own company, doesn't he? Or is he? Wait, we'd have to know whether he got. Yeah, we'd have to know if he came back in and is getting ready to like go back into business with all the science stuff. But Hope is already running their business.
Well, Hope is doing.
I don't know why they would. Huh?
Hope's doing a bunch of philanthropy. I think didn't old boy steal Hank Pym's business and all that stuff, and basically push him out. And so Hank.
Yeah, but he's gone now, and Hope still had a stake in that company, so I'm pretty sure she was still the majority holder.
Could be. Like I said, I know she's going around doing a bunch of philanthropy, or that whatever they were saying that she was doing in Ant-Man and the new one.
Yeah, feeding the world with the giant vegetables, which seriously, best thing ever.
I love how everybody was acting like how Fury was taking that walk at night, like not to get picked up by MI6. Like, come on, people. My man's been out of the game, but not that long. I was just like, black guy in Russia walking around at night, that's going to stand out. Like, yeah, no shit. I'm about to go fucking have a meeting with somebody. Even though girl was like, oh, my little Nick Fury would have seen you coming, 3 steps away. Woman, I wanted them to pick me. I needed to come see you.
That's that part. Because I was looking at that like, hold on, bro. Hold on. Nah. This is not Nick. I know. And Nick got some issues that he needs to get through. The blip kind of messed everybody up a little bit. He's still trying to come back to himself. But he is not that careless that he is going to walk around in a place where very few Negroes in general are at night. no less.
He's one of the number one spy on the planet. Like, come on, man. He is not.
Exactly. Come on now. Your dudes didn't sneak up on him and snatch him from nowhere. He literally just stood there and waited because he got tired of walking.
You think he really just got looked away because he saw one little girl with a beach ball? Anybody see some little girl in the middle of the night with a ball playing in the streets? You're gonna have second thoughts and you're gonna be looking around.
You know what that was?
I knew what was coming.
You remember Will Smith's test to join the Men in Black?
Right? Yeah, exactly.
When they sent them through the hood with all the monsters and the little white girls, who was the real threat? That is exactly what I thought of when I saw that little girl, and I'm very sure Nick saw that shit too, because he was side eyeing the hell out of her, like, I'm pretty sure like the whole neighborhood is Scrolls. I'm putting that in the ring right now. That whole neighborhood right there is Scrolls.
Exactly. So he has a little chat with Sonya, an old acquaintance, and he acts like he wants to be partners with her, but he's just fishing for info and planting cameras in her office. And my man still got a move or two. I was like, shit, this is still Nick Fury. Come on.
She didn't see that though.
Yeah. Oh, she turned
This
around.
is the spy. Now you don't take it back on Fury. Mistake number one.
His secret's a secret. Yeah, exactly. Never in the same room. I'm not ever turning my back on that. Or did he get caught because he's not Nick Fury and he really didn't see him coming and they're all right? Exactly. Like,
you know what? That's possible, but again, this is Shaft, man.
Yeah, I'm not
I think he knows exactly what's going on. I feel like he might be faking a little bit with the limp. I don't know. Time will tell on that, though.
Yeah. And speaking of faking it, like when that so-called refugee scroll came to that camp, like I was getting some, I don't know, I was getting some I'm here undercover vibes. Like, what do you guys think? Like, is he really looking for refuge, or like was that guy a mole, Phantom?
First, I'm like, I don't know. At one point, I thought that was Talos for a second. But then I was like, dang, you're going to have this man already captured in the first episode? But then
I'm saying he would get shot.
So what did you think, Phantom? I mean, were you getting any weird or suspicious vibes off that AK? Did you think that was a mole, or did you think he was really just somebody there looking for refuge?
He seemed like he was like very worn down and tired. And if you're going to fake a persona and try to get to your enemy who absolutely wants a specific set of the scrolls to come in, you're going to cater to that. He's also very cocky, it seems to me. He prides himself on being able to pull one over on people. So that's like the perfect thing to do, is get in there and just cater to his ego and his, whatever he says in his rhetoric.
I mean, even when she brought him in, she's like, all right. And she's like, all right, wait here and they'll get you set up with a room and like prove yourself. And oh boy, Gravik will take care of you. He's like, well, what's in that room?
What's back there?
And she turned around, she's like, victory. But then when she went in that room, did you remember she looked up and she noticed somebody was upstairs, like looking down, trying to stare? That had to be him, right? So I mean,
that's what I think. That's what I thought.
I thought that was him, and this is a mole. Like maybe they set it up too obvious and it's not, but I'm just getting like this is an undercover mole, like one way or another. I don't know. Where you at with that, Phantom?
No, just a random.
You just think he's just there looking for refuge?
What Jake said.
What's that?
That one. I understand you're new, but if you really are tired and weary and hungry, like you say, you don't care a whole lot about what's going on in the day-to-day operations. Just please point me to where I can get some fresh clothes that don't stink, a bowl of brown, and a bed, please, and thank you. That's it. Homeboy trying to get the whole full McMansion tour.
I'm with you, Jay.
I know a lot of people like that at work that just ask way too many questions. I'm like, yo, I already gave you an assignment like 10 minutes ago. Just keep going.
Right. And how messed up was that shell ceremony? Just straight up invasion of the body snatchers? Yeah, taking people like that is so messed up.
I don't
we went down
body snatchers.
When they walked down, did y'all like peep that one guy that we later see in the museum? Or whatever,
the bearded guy?
Yeah. Did y'all peep him in the first watch through?
Oh yeah. He just
literally when I saw the lineup, I literally looking at every single person, like, okay, who they got? And when we got to that scene, I was like, oh shit, yep, scroll.
Yeah, honestly, I think it clued in for me when Fury grabbed that chair and he sat down. I don't believe Fury thought that was just some random regular chair. I think he did that purposely to try and test this man and see what he was going to do.
And he did freak
And
out.
he said it, and he said enough. Didn't mean he freaked out for like a hot second, but it wasn't going. Fury wasn't buying that.
Yeah, scrolls everywhere. They took them all over. So yeah, I mean, I can't wait to see what they end up doing with these people. Are they coming back? Are they just using like what's left of their bodies to feed some machine? Like, what's really going on with all that? Yeah, that's insane.
Don't they
Why not
have
just kill them?
that, don't they have that thing to where like they can do that mind control stuff on you? Because like the Kree, kind of like what the Kree did with Carol Danvers.
Yeah,
People like a typical alien.
right? Exactly. Don't trust any of them.
Pretty much. But they're keeping them in stasis though, because that means there has to be some greater plan overall.
Exactly. Why wouldn't they just kill them?
Because why not just take their memories and kill them?
Exactly. So I mean, there's something going to happen with it. So what are they going to use? Do you have any ideas on that, fandom?
I mean, just like even though like the museum guy like Scroll died, they can just get it like another one since they still have his body. They can still re-imitate him again and again.
Oh, in case that Scroll dies. Okay.
Yeah. What if in whatever huge plan he's trying to do with the big babooms, what if he is like going to try to use all of them as like human shields?
For what?
I don't know if he gets caught or if the cops get too close to stopping him, or Fury or whoever put a bunch of innocents in front of him.
And we kind of see that in the trailer when that one scene with Talos, when he was like in front of Gravik and like a bunch of scrolls like just morphed and I started looking like him.
Yeah, everybody morphed. Everybody was a scroll in that scene.
Yeah, that would be interesting. See what happens. So we see, I don't know. We see what's in all those pods. Like I said, the question is what's to become of them. I like that, using them all for a human shield. But yeah, they got to have something. Or I like that too. Like, what if they die and you just need, like, what if it's somebody important? But then why wouldn't you just save the important people? Like if you'd done the president and you needed him back. And
exactly.
Like that. But what, all the regular
why do you need to
thousands?
Why you need to save Jim Bob from Alabama?
Yeah, exactly. And it seems like
what consequence is that?
It seems like that's exactly what they're doing. So I don't know. We got to figure out what exactly is going on, what they're going to use it for. They got so much more. I mean, they answered some questions, but of course, as usual, gave us so many more.
1,000 more.
Well, listening in, we hear Sonya say Fury had sworn off Earth. I don't remember him ever saying that. Like, he was just attending other business in space. Why is she saying that he had sworn off Earth? Do you remember that ever happening or anything like that going down?
Probably a thought that came out of the rumor mill on where Fury was.
Yeah, maybe just remember. But yeah, I thought that was a little weird. Like, what's that all about? Like, he never swore off space. He was out there fighting for us. I mean, he's out there for a reason, not nothing. But everybody's acting like he hasn't been himself since the blip. Is that because nobody's really seen the real Fury since the blip? Because he's been up in space doing things? And like I said, is this even the real Fury? Maybe it's not even trying to fake it. Like, he's still up there doing important shit, and he just sent a scroll down here in his place to like take care of stuff. Like, he might still be up there. So all of a sudden he comes back. I don't know.
No, everybody's been more.
I know Talos. I think Talos would be able to tell.
Maybe unless maybe it's a thing. Yeah, I don't know.
But you can see in that one scene when he was laying down in bed, like the blimp did something to him. He was having like a PTSD moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, for sure, absolutely. Well, then back in the compound, Gaia is given a mission to pick up 2 dirty bombs, and Fury and Talos are on the same mission. And on the way there, Fury comes across a door that was chained and locked. He acts like it's going to be a problem, but then Talos says, "No worries, I got it," and snapped that chain like it was silly string. Is Talos
one-handed?
Are we going to find out that Talos is a Super Skrull?
He might be. He very well might be.
That's strong. Like, my man Prescott almost took one down barehanded. Like, all of a sudden, this guy's just snapping chains like it's nothing. What's up with that, Phantom? Is he a Super Skrull?
If so, he's still like 130, so it's like, he ain't that super.
Yeah, but
in his
him being
prime.
130 is only like 40 in human years.
That's just a chain, though, man. Like up against another scroll we see in this episode. It wasn't like
young man. Look, okay, you see me in DJ's face right here? Nah, what you mean is just a chain. No, have you ever tried to pull on one of those
that's
thick
for a
chains
scroll
and break
now.
it?
We're human.
That's what I'm saying.
Right, but most
That's what I'm
scrolls aren't
saying.
that strong. Most scrolls can't just do that.
But yeah, exactly.
That's why Fury was like, oh,
Talos.
shit, that's gonna be problem. He knew he was with a scroll. It's not like he just stepped to the side and said, handle this. He was like, ah, shit, this is gonna be a problem. And Talos was like, nah, bro, I got this. And it was like nothing. I was like, wait a minute.
Absolutely nothing.
That's
Pulled it like
definitely not nothing.
butter.
That's
All right, let's go back to the compound. Let's see if a little kid can do it. A little kid can do it. Then
I mean, well, depending on what scroll is playing that little kid, I'm sure they can. But also, Talos was able to hold himself pretty decently against what I'm sure was a younger and stronger looking scroll. And I chalk that up not just to him having more battle experience, but also just him having a little bit more strength. Even though you can clearly tell his emotions are going haywire because he has PTSD too.
Even Jake says he can barely do that. The guy has to be super something. He said, I got superpowers too. Don't get me twisted. Oh, they get to the scientist a bit too late, and he's already given the dirty bombs to Gaia. So to their surprise, like, it's also no scientist. It's a Skrull who said his name was Talos. Did he say that just to mess with him? Or was that Skrull maybe like some kind of relationship to Talos, and that's why Talos didn't want Fury to kill him? Because he was pretty upset when Fury did. So what's up, fandom? Did he know that? Did he have some special relationship to that Skrull?
It's possible. I mean, it seems like he can tell since Skrulls, I'm guessing, could tell when another person's a Skrull. But he specifically knew like that was like Talos, and his the human name, because he said his like the human name that he was like disguised as too.
Well, that's what he said when he goes, "Who are like?" He goes, "So and so," and he goes, "I'm not so and so. I'm Talos." Now, did he say that just because like when they first did that ceremony, they go, "What's your name?" and the guy said Warrior. Like they have no name. Their name is whatever it needs to be.
Exactly.
Like switching people. So is that why he said Talos? Or was there some kind of special relationship? That's why like that was his brother or family member. Like, I don't know. That kind of tripped me out when he said his name was Talos like that, to Talos. Yeah, I didn't get that. I don't know. That was tripping me out. This show gives vibes of Falcon and Winter Soldier with terrorism and all that. I mean, they're probably going to be definitely dipping a toe in that direction.
Pretty much.
They've already started. Yeah.
It's not much superpower. People just like it.
I don't care if he's your friend or not.
I mean, yeah, if
you're making dirty bombs for the world, you got to go, bro. I mean, I don't care what kind of family member's going on. You can't be taking that out. That ain't good.
That's if you switch Carly's crew from Winter Soldier with these guys, they're interchangeable.
But he seemed pretty upset. Like even when Fury tried to give him a hand up, he's like, I said no. Like he was truly upset about that. Like, was this his brother?
I think he's tired. I don't even think that's it. I think he really is just freaking tired of having to fight this war. And he also doesn't want to see younger Skrull. Not that kid could have been a family member, maybe not. But I think just that he was a Skrull in general. Talos, because they're already like small in numbers, even with the 500 that they have out there. That is a fraction of what they used to be. And Talos, I think he's got PTSD. He's still trying to save his people, even though he's going against this other leader that has come up. He doesn't want to see more Skrulls die.
Yeah,
but he was about to get his ass handled, so I can't really fault Fury for doing what he did.
Yeah, but I mean, and that's the other side of it. He's like, I said no because that guy right before he died, he says, you betray your own people. Like that probably made him feel like some kind of way. Like, hey, I told him I'm not trying to get you killed, but you can't be out here making bombs to take over the world. So we've got to find a middle ground here. But yeah, maybe it was just that, the fact that he said that, and it kind of got him feeling some kind of way. Like, am I fighting this fight on the wrong side of things? But man, that was brutal. That was brutal. He said, I said no. So is that going to cause a wrinkle? Like, are him and Fury going to have problems?
Nah, because even before his wife died, like she didn't say nothing like, oh, join them or anything.
So Maria picked up the trail seeing Gaia leave, so she ensues, and they end up fighting, but she got away again, and Talos got there just in time to stop her from ghosting, but then he saw that it was actually his daughter, and he finally gets to tell her that not only is her mother gone, but it's the organization that she's with that killed her. I mean, that has got to be a lot to hear and process all at once. Oh my God. That was brutal.
Yeah, I do not blame her for doing the job and then hurry up and finding a quiet place in that alley to just break down because now she's gonna have to grieve.
Oh yeah, he tried.
And she's also gonna have to try to reconcile what her dad said. Did Gary give the order to have her mom killed?
Right.
Even if she was collateral damage, that's still bad because I'm pretty sure he knows exactly who her parents are.
Oh, of course. So yeah, like Talos tried to talk her out of the bombs, but she punched him and bounced, and she had to go find that quiet place to weep because she is feeling all kinds of things now. So the thing is first Nick and Maria meet in a pub, and she gets real, like asking why he never came back, and he said it was for Talos, and she's like, "You sure it wasn't for someone else?" To whom do you think she was referring, Phantom?
Talos' wife.
You think it was Talos?
Explain yourself.
I'm curious if it was one day,
Fandom.
one night, you looking at me and I look at him.
Nah, man, come on. Damn it, don't you besmirch Shaft's good name like that, bruh.
I seen some good looking scrolls, and maybe it was Talos' wife.
Christian, what's going on, dude?
What's up, Christian? Good to see you out there. We got Jay Cruz out there. MJ, welcome. Yeah, it's definitely worth a watch so far. I'm loving this one. Oh, good to see you out there, bro. Hope all is well. But yeah, definitely worth a watch. Loving this one so far. But yeah, those two got real. I don't know. What do you think, AK? Who do you think she was talking about?
I don't know. I don't think it was Talos' wife.
No, I think it's either his wife, and that's something we haven't even touched on, but I think he might be married, and it might be his wife that he was worried about coming back.
He did say he had a wife back in the day.
He said he's had multiple wives. He lies about them all the time.
Maybe that's why he was up there so long. He was on his honeymoon.
Or he's just trying to keep her safe and keep it away, but maybe something's going to happen to her, or something did happen to her, or he's back down here because of her. I don't know. Or he was feeling bad, basically like they fought everything, and his main guy, Iron Man, the start of all this, is dead now.
Wait. Damn it, you just put me in a freaking rabbit hole. What if Fury not looking too hard to find this new planet was because he knew his unborn kid was going to be taken there, and he had to do something to keep everybody there. It would be like an extreme thing, but
like he's got a kid with a scroll coming.
Yeah, because I think we all agree he been clapping cheeks.
Yeah, but I don't think he would sound like he'd want his son to go someplace safe and have a great place to be.
Far away.
Yeah,
where is safe though? There's wars everywhere. Where is safe?
I mean, that's life. I mean, nothing's 100%, but still, you got to let him get out there and live.
No, but I would have saw Nick leaving though, especially after the whole blimp situation. He's like, every session like the Avengers is pretty much like, well, the OGs ones are gone. Pretty much they're disbanded. He could have just left to a new gen.
Yeah. I mean, I have no evidence really of that at all. Just a random thought that popped in because of DJ and his rabbit holes jumped in my head.
Hey, I mean, that's what she said. She said, "You sure it wasn't someone else?" I want to know who she's referring to. Who's the someone else she thinks it is? Because I think it's
Jake.
I think it's either his wife or Iron Man. Jake says that
he's saving himself. Bullshit.
We know better than that. My man is Captain Kirk up there in them spaceships.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was about to say. Now he is full on getting his Captain Kirk on, going to Risa every other weekend.
Show me them green women. I am not afraid of a green alien. Let's go. Oh, she, like Sonya, made reference to Fury. The Fury she knew would always be 3 steps ahead. And again, is this a hint that this is not the real Fury? She also said we don't lie to each other during our chess games, but maybe that's changed too. I mean, is this all adding up to this Fury is indeed a Skrull?
Unless he was trying to do code or like he got secret message within the chess game. She wasn't like seeing it.
Oh, still levels on levels like that.
That's interesting. Yeah, I wouldn't put it past Fury to do. He's cryptic like that.
Feel it. That soldier told Gaia, "Thanks to you, now we have the bait." Then we see her meet up with her father in the very next scene, on which, like, on the first watch, I wondered if her sect had set her up, like, to see if that she was going to go rogue and go back to her dad. But now I see it was all set up from the start. So now my only question is if Talos was in on it as well. Because they say
I don't think he was on it.
Talos comes back and tells Fury and Hill that Gaia's come back and the bombs are set to go on the very next day. Like, I mean, this all just fit together way too smooth. And like,
she was the bait.
But the bombs were the bait. They already had this set up. This was to flush out Fury. They knew Fury was back in town.
But he used her specifically to try to. He could have sent anybody out there to do that.
Yeah, he wanted Talos.
She's not his only foot soldier.
No, yeah, he wanted Talos and Fury to figure out who this was and to get him out. And I mean, if they knew Fury was on this, they literally could have sent any soldier out there. But this ensures to get Talos out there feeling some kind of way too. So I mean, they basically wanted to flush him out, did it, and it worked. So yeah, Talos tells Fury and Hill that the guys come back and the bombs are set to go the next day. And when they were out in that square and Fury turned around to see that little blonde ponytail with that big ass ball, I'd have been like, nope, there is something very wrong.
I would have ran and punt kicked.
Why did he follow her? I'm saying, see, he had a clear line of sight. I'm sorry. In this case, okay, shout out to Tanya from 1001 because this is her term. It's fuck them kids o'clock. Okay. That little girl would not have taken one more step. One bullet. Straight to the head.
Oh, she said, I had enough of this little ponytail. I'm done. But Fury being
I don't even want to see.
He decides to follow her, and we see her morph into many different characters, and the characters that she's morphing into are ones we all saw earlier in the episode. So basically, this shows us that Gravik has had eyes on Fury pretty much as soon as his ass stepped back on Earth. He's had eyes on him and been watching.
And he's doing it so blatantly.
Yeah.
The camera, we're not seeing the transition of him going because he's walking behind things. But there's hella people in that square.
Right.
Somebody would have still seen him change.
Right.
So they don't even care about how brazen they are with this.
Not right now. Yeah, exactly. And all the people that he's changing into are all people we've seen throughout the episode. Like I said, we know that they've had eyes on this man the second since he's got back on Earth. So Fury has definitely lost a step because the old Fury would have shot first and asked questions later. Like as soon as old boy came up with that detonator in his hand, pop, game over. Now let's
to the dome. Same thing would have happened with that little girl, and everybody would have been screaming and saying, "Oh my God, how could you?" But then Fury would just have to point, like, "You mad at that?" Because when they die, they automatically change back.
Yeah,
this could have been easy, Fury. You actually might have been able to stop this.
Like, yeah, he may not have been able to stop the bombing, but he would at least save Maria Hill's life. Because as soon as Gravik pressed that button, he was on Maria Hill taking her out. Like, this Skrull is ruthless. He is wasting no time. He's taking no prisoners. And he was smart, too. Because even after he shot Hill, he stood there, morphed as Fury with that gun pointing right down at her. So now there's literally hundreds of witnesses that have all seen this.
And cameras. That shit is already trending on Twitter in the MCU right now.
Exactly.
Everybody's going to think he killed Maria Hill.
100%. That's why she's like, it was you. He's like, no, not me. But I think that was her telling him they're going to think it was you. Like I said, when he was just standing over that gun, he was doing that on purpose.
Feige, bruh, you had us waiting for Deputy Director Hill to come back. We had, damn well, the fandom has been missing her. We know, the comic readers especially, we know how badass Maria is. We thought this was going to be fine. Finally, we're getting the building blocks to show what she can really do. And you shoot her dead in the first fucking episode. This better be a damn trick,
right?
Just like Fury did. Okay, this.
Yeah, like I said, maybe we got some Skrull imposters out there doing it, and we'll find out that she was a Skrull and like she was just a setup, a decoy. But I don't think so. They're trying to get some feels. What's up, Santavia? I see you out there. Good to see you. Good to see you. But yeah, that is brutal. I mean, that was so cold after all this woman's done for you to just leave her out there in that cold cement, just bleeding out. Oh, I hated that.
She's been so underutilized as an actress and as a character. And this is how y'all send her out?
Hated it. Not happy. Oh, but that was the first episode. Like I said, I mean, I heard those one guys panic right out of the gate. I don't know what they were talking about. I absolutely loved it, and I am in 100% all for it. How you feeling about this first episode, Brandon?
I loved it. I loved it. It ain't no, Hawkeye. But I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Oh, man. Ain't no Hawkeye. Oh, and yeah, the way they were doing it with She-Hulk. Like, again, I like She-Hulk, but yeah, I mean, this is a whole different beast right here. This is going a whole different way. Absolutely. She had to one out.
Yeah.
Someone else could be involved to keep her. Yeah, maybe. I mean, but still.
I kind of agree with that, too. Like, I haven't seen any press about it, but I have to imagine that was just that she what is her name? Corby or whatever. Something with the C Smulders. Yeah, I feel like that she probably was in the same mindset as we were. Like, okay, y'all been dicking around, and the checks are okay, but I need more to do, and you're not handling this character correctly. So I'm out.
Yeah, just gotta do it.
Oh, we are in the multiverse. Hopefully, we get another. We'll see.
Absolutely. Like I said, they can always bring her back. They could scroll her out, have her be a decoy. They can do all sorts of stuff.
Easily.
Own out. Like, you never know. That's kind of the weird part about this. Kind of takes the stakes out of it because you can always bring them back at another point or some deal. Like, you got the multiverse. We could go there and grab another Maria Hill. You never know what's going to happen. But I cannot wait to see how we get into it. I can't wait for episode 2. And yeah, I'm all for it. Secret Invasion. Let's get it. I love it. Loving it so far. So we got just a couple trivia questions we're going to blow through real quick, see if anybody remembers them from the show. If you know these, write them in the comment box. If you're watching later, put them in the comment section down below. What was the flower Talos's wife had brought home from home?
Hold up. I finally wrote notes again.
I don't remember, but it was very pretty.
What was the flower that Talos's wife
And it's able to grow in human soil.
It was a Skrull sky plant. Anybody remember the name of it?
Earth soil.
It was
I'd like to see what it looks like in the middle of the night.
Yep, Santo Milica.
Santo Milica.
Well done, you. He said, I was ready for you this time. Oh, we already said this earlier. Who remembers how many years of hands-on experience with the Skrulls did Fury say he had?
30 years.
Yeah.
That is absolutely correct. Phantom's ready. What was the secret phrase to get into Skrullville?
Reveal yourself in your true
home.
skin.
Home in my true skin.
There it is. Home in my own skin. Put it together. Good teamwork. Well done. And we said this one too. How many strong did Khaleesi say that Skrullville was?
500.
500.
Over 500. How old is Talos?
130.
Not. He's a little older than that, isn't he?
What were you gonna say, AK?
I was gonna say 2 something.
Oh, I thought you.
But I could very much be misremembering. I didn't write stuff down this week.
You were right. I'm almost gonna give it to you. 136. We said
136.
136.
Close enough.
Yeah,
that was close.
Not even 40 in human years. Then he asked, "What did he asked Fury what he said what he bought? What did Fury say he bought when Talos asked him what he got in his midlife crisis shopping spree?"
The Avengers.
The Avengers. Which, yeah, the coolest fucking answer that he could give. Homie is this is the only dude in comics that might be more paranoid than Bruce Wayne.
Insane. And last but not least, what Russian holiday were the bombs set to go off on?
I want to say Independence Day, but I don't think that's right. I don't remember.
Dang, I can't remember.
Jake was close. 137. It was 136. Good guess. Oh, anybody out there remember what was the Russian holiday the bombs were set to go off on? You know that one?
Vodka day.
Vodka day.
Vodka day. It is a day of vodka.
Vodka.
That is incorrect, sir, but that'd be a good one to put in.
I mean, yeah, that could have easily been the answer.
So it looks like this is going to be going on every Wednesday, so that's perfect. Give me a little time to write it out, and we'll be back on Thursday with it. I'm going to do my best to make sure that happens next week. I cannot promise because you already know I'm going to be out of here. But, yeah, like I said.
Are we off on Tuesday then?
That's a good question. Maybe.
Most likely, because when you be going away,
yeah,
depends on that
the
hotel
hotels be too
Wi-Fi.
spotty.
Yeah, and that first day in Vegas is a little rough one anyway. But yeah,
Hit them tables.
keep your make sure you are subscribed and have that bell on so you'll know if the alert goes up, and we are going to go back on. If we do it Tuesday, it will be the Avatar Retar, The Way of Water. So we're going to be talking about the new Avatar movie. And then, of course, next Thursday, going to do my best to get back on and do episode 2. If not, we will be just 1 week off, and we'll have to pop that off on the next Tuesday or when I get back. But we're going to do our best for Tuesday to be Avatar and Thursday to be episode 2 of The Secret Invasion. So we're going to try to get it in. You guys going to be doing your trivia tomorrow?
No, it's next week.
Or next week?
Yeah, next week. And I do believe the overall topic is TV shows. Everything is up for grabs. Cartoons, miniseries, all of that.
Absolutely, Jake. You already know it. So, yep, Tuesday. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, so that's going to do it for us. Hope everybody out there is having an absolutely fantastic week, and your weekend gets even better. And I hope to see everybody on next Tuesday. You guys have a great weekend. Be easy. Bye-bye.